Sports anime are a perfect example of how good storytelling is universal, and that the viewer need not be familiar with the subject matter for it to be interesting. Before watching Haikyuu, my experience with sports anime was limited to the genre's equivalent of Death Note. It lacked any normalcy. How could a story with such a normal setting be interesting? No aliens battling over Earth, no soul reapers killing demons, not even any ninjas. Just volleyball. Now, with that said, I can say with confidence that Haikyuu got me hooked. The start of our story is a classic one, pitting two walks of life against each other. We see a quick introduction to our main character, Hinata Shoyo. Short but athletic, he has trained hard to be his best, despite having no real team to play with in middle school and being a short guy in a sport dominated by height. Opposite him, we see an imposing figure with an intense face, the exact opposite of Hinata. This is Kageyama Tobio. Blessed with extraordinary talent and above average height, he has also done his best to be good at his sport. But his personality causes his teamwork to be lacking, to say the least. These two are presented as each other's greatest rivals, in the same way as many other anime do often. Normally here, we would split them apart and see Kageyama in national finals of season 2 or something. But instead, we cut to Hinata approaching the gym of his new high school. The school which his idol, the little giant, went to, Karasuno High. And what does he find except for the personification of the looming wall he wishes to overcome? Kageyama. And after a hilarious sequence wherein we meet a lot of the team, it is decided that these two cannot be a part of the team until they learn to work together. It is here that the audience, who may have never had any connection to sports, finds the most important merit of team sports. It builds connections between people, ones in which you must fully rely on each other if you wish to be successful. This simple message is very universal, and its relatability cannot be understated. But Haikyuu builds relationships with this as a base, and yet they are still as diverse as they are heartfelt. Now you may think, wow, that's neat. People working together, never seen that before. However, it is how different players view teamwork that makes it special, as well as what volleyball means to each individual. To our main character, Hinata, volleyball is what he loves to do with his friends to have fun. Simple as that. But to someone like Tsukushima, it is a burden, reminding him to never get his hopes up, to never put his full effort into anything, lest his dreams get crushed. Everyone sees and approaches volleyball, just like life, a little differently. In the first game with Hinata and Kageyama, we discover why their teamwork is so important. Hinata's main problem is, of course, his height. Despite his jump, he fears never being able to overcome the wall that Kageyama used to represent to him, that stands before him. When he and Kageyama really take the time to listen to each other, however, they realize that their problems can be solved simply by working together. Kageyama needs Hinata's speed and endless energy, and Hinata needs Kageyama's set plays and precision. But these two are simply the tip of the iceberg. Another pair, Nishinoya and Asahi, are the ones that truly define the qualities of a good teammate, and in many respects, a good person. First, as a quick background on the positions, Nishinoya is the libero. He is the primary defender of the team, and usually he can make no offensive plays on his own. Asahi, on the other hand, is the primary attacker of the team, Karasuno's ace spiker, and the team relies on him to make points in tough situations. Now, before the story began, Asahi gave up during a match due to every single one of his spikes getting blocked. But what went unnoticed by him was Nishinoya's endless sacrifice to keep the ball in play. When Asahi gave up, he not only broke the primary scoring link in the chain, but he also destroyed the hard work of his teammate by doing so. Nishinoya says he could only try so hard because he believed Asahi would score, so no matter how many times it was blocked, he dove to get it. They train not only because they love their sport, they believe their fellow teammates will do the same, but they also don't give up because that would be a betrayal to their own hard work and the relationship they've built. They believe in each other because they need each other. This may not seem as important as two warriors watching each other's backs on the battlefield, but in many cases, or at least in my case, the connection between people who must rely on each other to continue their life's passion is more real to me than any threat of death by an enemy soldier. These simple relationships evolve through countless hours of practice, losses, and wins, and it is the passion of these characters that make the sport itself important to us. Think about every story you have watched. What if Naruto did not fight tooth and nail to be Hokage? What if Luffy gave up his goal every time he met a new strong pirate? Their passion becomes our passion, and when we have understood that passion, then the story can start exploring their struggles with their drive and their motivation openly, showcasing their vulnerability, their humanity, that no one is perfect. We all fail, we all cry. What matters is what we do after, how we react, how we pick ourselves and others back up. Most members of Karasuno work to get better, many while wondering why they should keep going. Seeing Tsukishima, the resident pessimist, evolve as he encounters the drive of others is a perfect distillation of these things we all experience. Everyone has doubts, but anyone, given the right support, can find their place. How people relate to each other, how we need each other, how to find where we belong. These are the qualities that Haikyuu's characters personify to me. Hope I got my thoughts across in this video, guys. My script was kind of convoluted, and I'm not sure if it came across, but let me know in the comments section below what you want to see from me in the future, and see y'all later.